We're staying with banking because trade union Solidarity says it will be moving its bank accounts from Absa Bank because a report has found it's one of the most expensive in the country. The union's report found that Absa and Standard Bank were the most pricey for individuals, while Capitec and First National Bank were the cheapest. The report considers 12 hypothetical individuals with different earnings and transactional behaviours. In its response, Absa said today it would like to remind customers that their unique behavioural profiles will not necessarily be the same as the ones portrayed. Well, let's discuss now. We're joined by Paul Joubert from the Solidarity Research Institute. Thank you for joining us, Paul. There has been a history between Solidarity and Absa. You once threatened to withdraw your business from Absa, saying they were interfering in rugby, looking at the amount of black players. Is there an axe to grind here?
I don't think so, no. That was the catalyst, yes. That's why we started looking at the costs, because we got all these requests from our members on where they should move, where they should move. They wanted to move, but they didn't know where. They didn't know what the costs were. And so we did that study, and then we actually saw, well, for ourselves as well, it would actually be better not to be with Absa, because Absa is simply one of the more expensive banks. There
have been these comparisons before, and the banks always say, well, you have to look and compare apples to apples. Have you done that? Is this research credible?
Yes, we took all the information from the banks themselves, so in that instance it is credible. That's the information the banks provide to the public, so we only used that. And then also we disregarded all kinds of little extra things and differences there. We simply looked at cost, and in that sense we say to people, well, of course you should look at service and all those other things as well, and if there's a branch close to you and everything like that, but in terms of cost we're comparing exactly the same thing here. And in that sense, it's a comparison of apples with apples.
Let's just clarify, you're looking mainly at charges. You're not looking at loans, which are important for many people. They're looking for the lowest interest rate, and we know a lot of South Africans are in debt.
Yes, definitely, but unfortunately that differs so much from individual to individual. It depends on personal creditworthiness and so on. So it's not really possible for anyone except the banks themselves to make any comparison like that.
All right, so you came up with 12 hypothetical people doing different transactions, all with different earnings. What did you find overall?
Well, overall, the cheapest account definitely would be from Capitec. They only have one account. It's called the One Account, funnily enough, and it's by far and away the cheapest. But on that account you can't get a checkbook and you can't directly get a credit card from that bank, which isn't that big of a deal because you can get it from another bank, and you also can't get an overdraft facility. But if you don't need those three things from that bank, then it's definitely the cheapest. Except when you get to much higher expenditure profiles, then you start to see FNB moving in and actually being the cheapest there.
The FNB Smart account seems to come up over and over again across different earnings, a very good account seemingly.
Yes, but the Smart account is also a transmission account, so it's the same as the Capitec one. The first sort of cheapest checking account where you can get a checkbook and an overdraft facility would be the FNB Smart check account on the unlimited option. It's really, these names are really complicated, but that's then usually the cheapest account. Even if you earn a very high salary, that would be, in terms of charges, would be cheapest. Of course, some people would then go for the gold or platinum options because they provide additional benefits.
Absa and Standard Bank not coming up very well in this report. How badly are they ripping us off, according to this report?
Well, in some cases, well, comparing to Capitec, well, if you compare any of the banks to Capitec, first of all, they are usually ripping you off really badly. But then, say, comparing Absa and Standard Bank to similar options from FNB, then it's sort of double the amount you pay for exactly the same transaction that you do. So it's twice as expensive.
So quite significant.
But yeah, people should actually look at the full report to see the detail, but it's a significant amount, definitely.
All right. Thank you so much. Paul Joubert from the Solidarity Research Institute. We did invite both Absa and Standard Bank to chat to us live. Both banks did decline.